Welcome back to Hamlet, the Themes. Today we will be discussing Lesson 2, Death. So I want you to have those notes that you made in the previous lesson nearby, so you can refer to them as much as possible. Now, before we start this lesson, in your previous lesson, under your themes and sub-themes, I asked you to write down as many instances of each theme as you can remember. Now, in this instance, I want you to refer back to all of those events you wrote down. Where did death occur? Where in the play? What happened? This is the first step to understanding the themes. Right, so now that you've got your notes with you, let's continue. So in Hamlet, there is a lot of death, and death and deception are the dominant themes in the play. Now, because this is a tragedy, many people will die. We know that. And the whole play revolves around death. Death is treated very lightly and is seen as a solution to many problems. There are 8 deaths in the actual play and 2 deaths before the play even begins. Now, all of these deaths create chain reactions that drive the rest of the plot. Now, an important thing to note is, spoiler alert, if you have not read the play, the whole royal family is killed. Now, it's very important that you remember this is a tragedy and that death plays a very big part in the play. If we look at death, death penetrates the minds of the characters. It takes over their minds. If we can use Hamlet as an example here, his father's death consumes his entire life. It sets off a chain reaction to everything else. Death is seen as the final solution because death happens due to murder. And murder is committed for gain. The 2 events that we see here is King Hamlet kills the King of Norway to get his land back. And Claudius kills his brother to get the throne. And then murder is also planned to get revenge. For example, when Hamlet and Laertes plan to kill their father's murderers. This is all seen as a solution for either gain or revenge. So now underneath your death theme, I want you to draw 2 arrows and write gain and revenge. And if you mentioned any of these events before this lesson, that is great. That means you are already on the right track and you know the play very well. Just keep going. If you didn't mention any of these events, please add them to your final notes. Now, death seems inevitable, especially in this play. And there are many unplanned deaths. For example, when murder is committed accidentally. When Polonius is killed when Hamlet thinks he is Claudius, and when Gertrude is killed when she drinks the poison that is intended for Hamlet. And then when suicide is explored. This is the very famous to be or not to be scene. That is the question. Very, very famous in Hamlet. Now, Hamlet contemplates suicide as a solution to his problems, but he never follows through on it. And he is also uncertain whether Ophelia committed suicide. Now, once again, I want you to draw 2 arrows under your death theme and add in murder is committed accidentally and suicide. And if you mentioned any of these events, that is great. But once again, if you didn't mention these events, please add them into your notes. Very important.